Going to do that, we are going to begin overlap. Okay, other actor, going to do implements, does implement interface. This is literally just a branch that will check to see if a specific interface is active. And if so, do can be picked up. There we go. Oh wait. This'll work, whatever. Okay, so give me a sec, we gotta work through all of our stuff here. So we got our race and class thing, we chose that. And we got all this stuff. I really need to fix that, the screens here, they look ugly. Okay, so now we come over here, and as you can see, because it implements the interface, we hit 1, 2, 3. Anyways, so what I was saying, if you were wanting to do like an interaction thing where like the player goes around and can pick up a flashlight or can pick up a gun or a fucking waffle, I don't know, you can use interfaces for that. If you're talking about an ability, in that case it's a little different. I actually need to set up these spell abilities in our character here. My ability is a blue type is actor. Every time I want to get access to this functionality, I'm spawning that actor in any world position and casting to it. What is the ability doing? How about that? That's a better question. If it's something like an attack, if it's something like a fireball or something like that, then you're going to want to create a simple blueprint that just, it's like, okay, fireball, if it hits, can do damage, whatever. If you're doing something more like an interaction thing like this, then I would highly recommend, instead of doing it in one blueprint, doing a blueprint interface like I just showed you. Set it up so that you can implement whatever functionality you want off of that other object by simply accessing the object and going, you have an interface, therefore I can interact with you. That is it's a much more concise system, and it follows a lot closer to object-oriented programming, which you really should definitely look into. Object-oriented programming is probably the greatest thing on the face of the planet when it comes to programming. It's so much more concise than trying to do everything in one space. And the reason you don't want to do everything in one space is because then you have one actor trying to handle all of this functionality, which can just cause a chaotic mess, especially if one thing messes up and then you have to go and try to find it. And good luck with that. I would look at what you can break up. I would absolutely look at what you can break up into smaller, more manageable chunks. Because I know it's unpleasant to have to do that, but having that object contain whatever functionality you want, and then you just access the object, it becomes a lot easier to manage. It becomes a lot easier to find when there's a problem. It becomes a lot easier to manipulate and change. So let's say you want to parent multiple AI classes or something like that, and you want to build off of that. You already have it there. You have the core functionality in an object by itself, and then you can just branch away from that and only retain the functionality that you want, as opposed to having a single object that has all of the functionality, and then it's trying to figure out where it's supposed to be going while all its other stuff is just sitting there like, I guess I don't do anything. it's going to be a much more efficient system. And once you get your mind around it, like I'm still working on object oriented programming. It's a constant learning thing. But once you get your mind around that, it becomes so much easier to work with this. Like with what I'm doing, I do have a lot of functionality in my character. I do. But that functionality is broken up to where it can look at other things. Like, let's see. I don't even know where some of my other stuff is. Ah, yeah. So all of my UI stuff. My UI stuff is actually in its own little widget. And instead of trying to implement that all of that widget functionality inside of my player character, which really wouldn't work, I have it implemented in their own individual widgets that I can just call. Object-oriented programming is actually really easy. So the way, well, I'll say the concepts are easy. It's definitely, it takes a while to get into. But the way I look at it and the way it makes sense to me, and I could be wrong, please correct me if I am. With object-oriented programming, what it is you have individual boxes, right? And then let's say in this box you have a bunch of stuff. This is all the stuff that defines this box. So let's say it's a party box, and in there is confetti and streamers and stuff like that. You know, whatever, vodka. And the other box is a depressing box. It's a bunch of sad shit. I'm not even gonna go in. Yeah, so in the first box, you got the party stuff, and you go, okay, well, I want a specific theme. Let's say a Halo themed party. So you take that box and you go, okay, the Halo themed party is going to get all the stuff inside that party box. And then you go, but I want a Halo theme so I can build on it. And then you want a specific, okay, well, I actually want a Master Chief party. Then you take that Halo party and you create another child, which is the specific Master Chief party. And it just keeps breaking down. However, all of the Halo stuff is not actually affecting the original party box. It's still got just the plain old functionality that you wanted in that box. And then you break it down and break it down and break it down so that each child is inheriting. So it's actually getting all of the aspects of its parent and then adding to it or taking away from it. So, like animals is another good one. You've got the object mammal, which has the ability to run and breed and, I don't know, fucking eat. Then you got dogs and cats. Well, dogs and cats are both mammals, but dogs get barking and cats get meowing. They both get access to all that stuff that mammals have, but cats cannot bark and dogs cannot meow. If that makes sense. And it's just kind of it's a very efficient way to compartmentalize your code in general and make it to where everything has a very specific functionality. Everything has a very specific set of instructions, and the more you specialize, the more concise it is, while still maintaining all of the stuff that comes from its parents and their parents and so on and so forth. Please let me know if I'm just talking nonsense, because I'm probably talking nonsense. That's kind of what I do. Has this guy called me yet? God damn. Sorry, I'm really frustrated about this car situation, because it's been 3 weeks. Let me think. I was going to work on my death thing. Got this guy. Still need to build out. Got my UMG thing here. Excuse me. Okay. So after everything is initialized is when Okay, so we play the game. Let's see. Let's see, I don't create anything about which handles players, but I can grab them for my own GameStat current players. It should. Basically, you can, what you could do in that case is probably cast, do like a get all actors of class inside of your game state. So it's like, I don't know if you're trying to do like a leaderboard kind of thing. Um, yeah, syntax is right. Syntax is right. All right, so that's that. And wait, where's? Oh, I still haven't set the health meter thing. However, I have 10. Okay. Ah. We're going to do an take damage. I want to say yes, that did happen. No, no problem, man. I honestly appreciate when people in the channel jump in and like if they have anything to add, do it, do it. Custom events, but like anything that you can add to the conversation, man, I wholly approve. Even if that's Adam doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, and he's just a has-been hack. That if that's what you feel, that's what you feel, bruh. Be okay. But I know that's not what you feel, Syntax, because you love me. Because everyone loves me. Which is not true at all. I have a divorce to prove it. Fuck, what was I gonna... Oh, right. Okay, so we're gonna call this Getting Hurt. Branch. If hit points is less than or equal to 0, then we need to go to UE9771. Let's see. Cody, that's harsh, man. You just hurt my heart a little bit. Let's see, UE9771, fix it. I'll get right on that. I'm not a developer. Oh, honestly, the Crier, if you could, if you haven't yet, I would post that to the 4.8 release notes forum thread. I go through there daily and try to find as much information as I can, like if there's bugs or anything like that. No, Cody, you're fine. Honestly, I'm fine. I take jokes very well. No, so Crier, I would post that to there. I go through there pretty much daily to try and see if there's any bugs that are getting reported there so I can get them to the answer hub or try to reproduce them as quickly as possible. If people are asking for updates on specific JIRAs like you are with the 9771, I go through and will try to find, let's see, F10 step key does not work. Actually, I think I'm the one who did this one, didn't I? No, Samantha did. Okay. Yeah, what I would do in this case is I would actually, let's see, March 25th, yeah, it's been at least a decent bit, just post on that Answer Hub thread and ask for an update. we are more than happy to look up whatever